Play the music. Hit that clip.
Yeah. Microphone check 1 2. Microphone check 1 2. They try to put us in a box, right? Say you can only do one thing. But when you the boss, you do everything. Let's get it. Me Bossupgr8. Yeah, I wake up, upload the digital architect. Respect the tech, but I demand the intellect. Multi-platform, yeah, I'm omnipresent. Every stream is a gift. Call it the present. From YouTube to the TikTok live, I'm holding court, turning passion to a sport, never selling short. I got the gamers locked in, watching the sticks move, headshots and high scores, catching the big groove. But look deeper, see the hustle in the frame. I ain't just playing the game, I'm changing the game. The algorithm can't read the heart of a giant, only the real ones subscribe. Staying compliant to the movement, the grind, the heavy elevation. Bossupgr8, broadcasting to the nation. Boss up, elevate, never gonna hesitate. They watching the screen, yeah, they watching us create. It's me, Bossupgr8, put the name on the slate. Every click, every view, yeah, we dictate fate. From the game into the life, yeah, we get it straight. Yeah, we get it.
All right, man, let's get into it. So, we're going to talk about this, man. We're going to talk about this today. Where do I start? I guess I'll start with just me being on here, telling my story about astral projection. Okay, so I'll take you back. I was scared for a very long time to do astral projection. And the reason why I was so damn scared was, I can't even tell you why I was so scared, but I was very scared to do it because I felt like whenever you do this, you're gonna die or something. You know what I mean? It's like, you feel it like, oh my God, what's all this tingling feeling all over me? Oh my God, it's fucking ridiculous. Oh my God, what was that? What was that, mama? Tell my mom about it. She's like, I don't know what it was. Maybe I don't know. Sometimes you just go to sleep. Your limbs go to sleep. No, this was not no damn limbs going to sleep at 18. Hell no. This was the beginning stages of astral projection. Now, I had those experiences, that same experiences of me feeling like I was so scared to do it. I was so scared. Well, I tell people that you want to go and you want to run to the shit that you feel like you're scared of. The reason why you want to run to the shit that you're scared of is because that's the shit that you're supposed to do. I firmly believe that's what you're supposed to do. And when you're not doing it, you are going to be, you're always going to be in this place where, like, what the fuck? Something's missing. It's always something missing. But it's because you're not truly doing the shit that you're scared of doing. And once you do the shit that you're scared of doing, it opens up something. Opens up something in the universe, opens up something in the world. It opens up some shit. Maybe it opens up a portal so God can get certain blessings to you that you weren't able to get before. Let's talk about fear, right? Because I had this fear. I told you I had a fear. So fear is, and it stands for, what I was taught was false evidence appearing real. Okay, so in my situation, the false evidence that was appearing real was essentially my false evidence appearing real was dying. Okay, it was dying because I was scared to lay down and let whatever had to happen happen. Yeah, there has been episodes of laying there and you feel like something's on you and you can't move. That's a whole nother level of some shit, right? Like, so, you get the monkey off your back and shit. Yeah. Whole different scenario of things that can happen. That's not what happened to me. What happened to me, I was astral projection and I was being prepped to do it. Early stages on, in that stage of 18, I say to 22, 23. I wrote this shit down because I was heavily into church. I was heavily into studying. I was heavily into taking not just the Bible, but I was also taking a Bible concordance. All these different things that will break things down from Hebrew to Greek. And I was a scholar. For that period of time, for 3 or 4 years, I was a scholar of the word just because I was like, I need to learn this, Back to astral projection. I kept having these experiences, and I looked at these experiences, right? And if you look in the Word, and it talks about how He took me to the extra heavens. He took me to this, and then I saw these things happen. And when I saw these things happen, then He showed me this, He showed me that. Well, this is God taking people to these different places. Like the one that comes to mind is John. In Revelations, John talks about a statue, right? It's a statue. Look it up. It's a statue, and the statue started to move or something. Uh, it has been told recently that statue that he probably thought it was a statue, but he didn't know what the name was. It's probably a robot that John was seeing at that time. He was seeing a robot, and it started to move and stuff. Well, that's what robots do. Once they get electric, right? They're able to move and different things. All right. So he probably got astral projected, and that's how he was able to see these things. Well, me, in my experience, when I first was really about to do it, I think I was about 31, 32 years old. So imagine all these years go by, about 12, 13 years go by before I get brave enough to do it. I actually tell somebody, I say, hey, this is what's going on when I go to sleep. This one really like going to sleep like on my back or whatnot. Because I feel like when I go to sleep on my back, I feel like this force comes all over my body. And, I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, all these different things I believe in, right? But at the same time, I feel like that must be the devil trying to take me up out of here, man, by laying on my back. I ain't even going to go sleep on my back. Nah. It was like, look, this individual told me, they said, just lay there. You can't control when you're going to leave the earth. Just because, you think you can, don't think that you can control. Hey, Wes, Edits, how you doing? Just because you think that you can control when you're going to leave the earth doesn't mean that you can control it. So I was like, that has to be the most wildest thing to believe what this individual was telling me. But maybe they're right. Maybe they do, but maybe they have something to them when they say that, you can't control it. Because there's people out here, they pop themselves in the head, they pop themselves in the mouth, and they live to tell about it. They might be messed up, and they got to live with the consequences to how messed up they look, but they live to tell about it. Or like I had a homeboy that one day he was, in some type of, I don't know how to say this because I don't want to mess up on TT, but he was in. Hey, Cootie, how you doing? Hey, Tamika, how you doing? He was in some type of, let's just say this, gang violence. He was in gang violence. Because he was in that, he ended up having these boys that came to him, and they ended up putting him point blank to the back of his head, and they said, "Pow!" So because that happened in that instance, he left his body. He left his body immediately. Now, is this astral plane? No, but it's similar, right? It's similar. So he left his body. He said when he left his body, he went to the sky or whatever and was looking at himself. And when he seen himself, he seen like all these people, how they get rushed to try to take care of him, all these different stuff. And he was out of his body. And he was with the creator at that time, right? Because that's how it says. It says when the absence from the body means to be present with the Lord. That's what it says, okay? In the Bible, that's what it says. So essentially, that's what happened to him. Now, this time, is he a believer? He may believe a little bit, but not like that. He never had no experiences. But this right here made him have an experience that he probably didn't want to see or even want it to happen. But he had this experience that happened. So because he has this experience that happens, he's in the experience of, dang, I'm gone, and I don't even know if I'm gonna get back into my body. Like I'm in my spirit, but I see my body. Okay, wow. So eventually, he gets to the hospital and he sees all this stuff happening, right? And he's just asking, the creator, hey, just let me get back. Let me get a second chance. He's asking this stuff, right? He lets him get back after however long he was there with the creator. Bam, he gets back in his body, and then he wakes up, and knows all this stuff that happened. No brain cells is done. He's not slow. He's not having no speech impediment. But I'm telling you, just think about this. It was point blank. Everything went bow, gone. So it could have ended his life like that. So something, somewhere, someone protected him from having to be unalive. And in that instance, it's wild that happened. But I don't even know why I even brought that story up, but that's the most similar thing I could say to what kind of happened with me. So I am I'm actually told to just let it happen to you, right? So this is years later. So I let it happen. I said, you know what? Tonight's tonight. You ever seen that show Dexter? Where he go take everybody out and like, tonight's tonight. So I was like, you know what? Tonight's tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and let him take me. Because it was happening too often. It was happening all the time. I was scared. I didn't let it happen that night. I went to this individual's house, this female's house, right? Now at this time, I want to be promiscuous. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to be promiscuous. I want to be on some stuff. But somehow I just ended up taking a nap over there. And I'm laying down, and I end up letting myself. I think I ended up laying on my right side. I remember this like clearly, like it was yesterday. I was thinking it was gonna happen more so on the back, but no, I actually laid on my right side, and I said, you know what, God, if you just want to take me, go ahead and take me. So I went ahead and I let it happen. I said, you know what, I ain't gonna be scared. I'm just gonna let this happen. And I just went down because I got real tired. I got super, super tired. I was so tired. I don't even know why I was so tired, but just tiredness came over me. And I started feeling the feeling. And I felt it come all the way probably from the top of my head, all the way to the soles of my feet. Like in prayers, Christian way. Plead the blood of Jesus over him from the top of his head to the soles of his feet. I feel like that's something, but maybe I'm off track with that. But anyway, that's how I felt the whole, whatever this tingling is. So it ended up happening to me. When I leave my body, I don't necessarily go and I'm looking at my body or anything like that. I know people say, oh yeah, you looking at your body and different things. I'm not saying that's never happened. That has. But what happened specifically that particular day or night when I was taking that nap was I ended up going to one of my friends. I went to his mind. What is that called? I don't know. You guys might know what that is. But I left my body, my whole my conscious went into his mind. How is that possible? That's a spirit. I don't know. But I started seeing and hearing his thoughts, the things that he was thinking about, things that he was worried about. And based on me seeing and hearing these things, and me being obedient because it's like, God, just if you need to use me, whatever you need to do, you need to take me, whatever. I'm not going to be scared to, go to the other side. That's what you choose to do also. You got to be brave enough to say, you know what? I could do this. Hey, what's going on? Go Seattle Seahawks. What's up? I don't know about it, that Izzy, but yeah, I ain't a football fan, but I appreciate you for joining. Let me see here. Did you want to come up? All right, never mind. Well, anyway, I'm in there and I'm listening to his thoughts, seeing his thoughts and stuff. And I was there for, it felt like a little bit of time, right? But essentially, I think I woke up like a couple hours later, even though it seemed like it was a couple minutes. I wake up a couple hours later, and I said, "Hey, bro, was you worried about this? And because I ended up coming back to my body, he was like, "Yeah, I was." I actually called him the same night when I actually came and got back into my body. He was like, "Wow, how'd you know that?" I said, "I feel like God wanted to show me that." He wanted me to show me what you were worried about and those things that you were worried about, and so wanted me to tell you that it's gonna be okay. Those situations, and he already done handled it. Now he was like, "Bro, you was really in my mind like that?" I was like, "Yeah." I said, "God just wanted to show it to me. I guess to let you know that you wasn't alone." So he was like, "Oh man, that's amazing." Blah blah blah. He's one of my best friends, though. Uh, but that's one experience. I got other experiences that I've had. Um, I think now I'm thinking about it, and I'm going to this place. Wow, it's kind of freaky though. Like when I was a kid. Okay, I go back then, because I thought it was like when I was. I think the first time I thought was when I was like 18, right? But no, I remember something that happened when I was like 7, and I had left. And I remember something that told me, "Hey, go do this." Now, what was that told me go do whatever it was I was supposed to go do? What I had to go do, I know you guys are wondering, I had to go and get my mother a cigarette. Now, my mom said she had never told me to go get the cigarette, but I remember that I had went to go get the cigarette, but I remember something that told me, and I think this was like when I had left the body, right? When I left the actual body as a kid. I had to be 7 to 9 years old when that happened. I say I say probably closer to 9. It's probably more realistic because I had other experiences that happened when I was 7. You know? But I remember I heard a voice that told me to go do that, and I was trying to cross the street, and I almost got hit by a car, but for some reason I didn't get hit by the car. And my mother, she get in the car and said, "Hey, where are you going?" I said, "You told me to go such and such to go get a cigarette." What was that? Was that a familiar spirit? Look it up. Crazy stuff. I'm trying to tell you that I've had as far as like the experiences as far as astral projecting. I have left the body before, levitated. I looked at myself, but I also know like other people I know, like in my family's done the same things too. I'm not going to be specific with who, but they've had experiences where they've done left their body. They done went to whole places all over this country and done it. I think I've had some of those too, but when you do these things, it's like I don't think I always took uh, like a journal and wrote down every experience that I had. What's up? Hey, Lie Crouch. What's going on? How you doing? Thank you for coming in. I'm talking about astral projection and experiences that I've had with it. And it's kind of like freaky trying to talk to you guys about it. It shouldn't be freaky, right? It shouldn't be freaky, but it is a little bit. But yeah, those experiences though were, I said, definitely life changing and interesting at the same time. But in either way, it's nothing to be scared of to do. I heard you have to be like cautious with doing it because of some type of silver spoon thing. I never heard of that because I never looked into it, right? This is just stuff that just happened to me. People actually pray for things like this to happen to them. But I don't know why, because it's kind of weird to actually leave the body and then you have to try to get back into your body. And then it's also true, like this thought process. Hey, what you doing, Abella? I appreciate you for joining. Make sure you guys hit the like and hit the sub on it. I appreciate it. Um, but it's always this thought process that if you leave that body, with something else trying to get in there before you could get in, then you stuck outside. I had this one of my friends. They told me, they said, "Hey, you know, they don't really believe that the spirit continues on after like you pass, right?" I'm like, why would the spirit not? You cannot kill the spirit. My name is Levy. Hey, Levy. Hey, Levy, where you looking at from? Where you watching from? Who else joined? Josh. What's up, Josh? How you doing on TikTok? Um, Let me see here. I'm gonna look up something. We're gonna look at that together. And matter of fact, let me present that to the stage very quick. So we are going to look on YouTube. That's kind of weird. You guys streaming on YouTube and I'm streaming on YouTube. Oh, you looking at from your room? Okay, bet. Okay. This cat right here, he's really on it. I know you guys are gonna like him. Uh, he just thinks different. You know what I mean? He just thinks different. I want to try to see something if he has anything about this, what we're talking about. Let me see. Here you go.
They had a thing back in the days, right? They used to do it a month, right? They used to take you in, and the only way you come in is when you die, because you can't have no fears. So you had to meditate until you had an out of body experience, and you die, and you look at your body, and now you got no fears. So
I won't argue that.
you gotta die. They had a thing back in the days, right? They used to do it a month, right? They used to take you in, and the only way you come in is when you die, because you can't have no fears. So you had to meditate until you had an out of body experience, and you die, and you look at your body, and now you got no fears. So
It's interesting that he says, then you get no fear. Remember how I told you about the fear, like how you just feel this fear and stuff like that? So it may be something to that. And then when you think about meditation, okay, that's what I want you guys to think about when you are, say you guys are wanting to do this. Think about meditation. What is meditation? Meditation is literally clearing your whole mind, and it may not be easy to do, but you have to look at like those thoughts, like you doing therapy, right? Therapy tells you to, you're feeling anxiety, you're feeling the stress, you're feeling all these different things, but at the same time you're feeling them. Let those feelings go through. Let those feelings happen, but sit still. Think about something you can see. Think about something you can taste. Think about something you can feel. Think about something you hear. Grounding, right? That's what you're doing. Well, in meditation, take it a step further by looking at the thoughts as if they are clouds. Because if you look at them as if they're clouds, and it's like, say for instance, it's a rainstorm, a thunderstorm, those clouds eventually pass away. You see them, they see you, but they will pass. It's a matter of time. They have to pass. It's not going to stay there forever. So the feeling of anxiety, the feeling of whatever it is that's stressing you out, all those different things that you're feeling, yes, we know you're feeling them, but at the same time, they will go away. And
Hopefully.
He said, hopefully?
That's not a given. No matter how much medication you take and how much therapy you do, it's not a given that it actually will go away.
Okay. I don't know, I never experienced it actually stay, but I know through meditation and things that it goes away. The breathing
that's
exercise.
what's awesome. So somebody who's depressed and stressed usually can't obtain a level needed to meditate.
Interesting. I don't know.
And apparently if you use any kind of anything to obtain that, it hinders your ability to actually do it, even though you're calmer.
What do you mean?
You're not going to have a beer to calm down to be able to meditate. Understand? Because the alcohol is going to have an effect on you that will actually hinder your meditation, apparently. Your concentration, something, I don't know.
I don't know. I guess it's different strokes for different folks because I don't know, I take certain things and you actually do it. And I'm not talking about like drugs, but I'm just saying like maybe you can still have, some alcohol and then you can still get there to meditation.
Well, I use alcohol as an example because we're public, because I don't drink.
How you gonna tell me that, man?
You want me to say I'm going to light up a doobie on your podcast? You prefer that?
Have you ever done that?
I told you that. Because it's legal in my country, but it might not be where you're showing up. So I chose beer to speak about, but no, I don't drink. You didn't know that about me?
I don't know. Yeah. Why would I know that?
Because I've mentioned it numerous times.
That you
Not
don't.
just in your lives, not just in your lives, but
You never
most.
mentioned in my life that you don't drink,
Oh, I'm pretty sure I do. Maybe not on here, not these two new ones, but
and I don't go live anywhere else. So yeah,
you come into boxes though.
those boxes I'm halfway asleep. I'm not gonna lie to you. I sleep.
Really? Oh, so when you calm down, you're falling asleep. You know what? You're so not the only person. We all fall asleep.
I used to like. I had somebody talking mad smack to me one day when I was in the comments. They knew I was in the room, but I was in the
Yeah.
comments, and this person was saying so many evil, bad things to me, and they were gonna do this, blah blah blah. And somebody called me and said, "Boss, did you hear such and such said they were gonna do this to you, and they were gonna send their people?" And I was like, "Hell no! I don't care who the hell was it."
Well, whose live was it that the moderators weren't stopping that crap? But
Well, the moderator was part of the problem, but that's a whole nother level. But at the end of the day, yeah, they were talking mad smack about me, and I was asleep, and I
what?
didn't know. I didn't know
So you
because
go to the creator and you ask them to ship you a copy of the live,
maybe, but
so you can hear it for yourself and verify.
yeah, you're right. But at the same time, I don't even remember what live I was in. I just know I was in somebody's live, and yeah, terrible. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, hey, whoever just joined, Leslie,
I
you,
just noticed that you had somebody cool. You had a couple of people come in, but you had V Cobra while we're in the comments. See, I can't. It it fucks up and it won't let me join my YouTube, so I can't comment in the comments in that app, but I can in the chat. So I was watching the chat because earlier,
mm-hmm,
what a girl, who that girl was in there. So I went on that side and I could.
right.
I just discovered that whole conversation you had in there.
Oh, is it even?
Now I understand where you were getting your questions and your things about Catholicism, because you were hitting it right, and I'm like, how is this? Because I could see you. I knew you weren't Googling, but now I know why. You're
Why
smooth.
what?
Because some of the things that he wrote you stated,
Yeah,
and that's fine. That's good. But my brain didn't understand initially.
it's funny.
Okay, so continue.
All right, let's go into I guess this cat 607. That's all I have for astro projection. I don't know. I'm not gonna try to say I got a whole bunch of insights. I just had
Okay, hold on. I'm confused. So you actually felt yourself leave your physical body, and you went where and you did what?
I went into somebody's mind, and I went
Okay, somebody you knew.
yes.
Okay, and they did not in any way try and fight that.
I don't think they knew
Because
what it was happening to them.
were they asleep?
I don't know what they were. I just know I was in
Because
their mind. Like I didn't go see them. I just went from there, and I just knew I was in their mind.
so
And
were you understanding their thoughts, or
yeah,
were you influencing thetheir
no,
words?
just hearing their thoughts of things they were thinking about.
Okay, were they equally hearing yours while you were in there?
No, they didn't even know that happened to them. They didn't even know anything about. They even I hadn't even talked to this person in a long time. That's how crazy this is. I hadn't talked to this person in a very long time. So
So
me to have been in there and then telling them everything that was had happened and all this
was
stuff.
the person awake or sleeping?
I don't know if they were awake or asleep. I didn't ask that. I just said I was.
But by the thoughts.
God showed me all this stuff that was going on in your mind. That's how it was.
Okay, but you couldn't pick up, like, they were thinking about how much pepper to add to the soup, so they were obviously cooking or something. You didn't get anything like that?
It wasn't things about that. It was things they were worried about. It was things that they were having problems with. And
Oh,
this,
so they're probably sleeping. The hamster was working. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe they
Wow.
were, maybe they weren't.
Well, that's actually saved you. From my knowledge of astral projection, that would have been the saving factor in why you're still with us right now. Because if two people awake meet each other out of body,
I wasn't
it's it,
like
it's going to go bad for one.
I
You
realized
did say you went out of your body. You felt that from your head to your toes.
right, but like it was more so like my conscious went into their consciousness.
Have you seen the medical shows where the person leaves their body, they're floating up above, and they're seeing the doctors operating on them and everything,
Right.
and they end up coming back so they live? Have you seen that kind of a show?
Yeah.
Okay, so my biggest, most important question, but so you did feel yourself go out, you knew you were somewhere else. How did it feel when you re-entered the body? Because that is very well documented by everybody who has experienced it. That is the one biggest common thing is the feeling when they come back into the body,
Oh my God.
into your own body. Sorry.
It felt like I was pulled into it.
Okay, that's good. And then
Like, hold on, Whisper. You are wilding out right now.
I'm not wilding out.
Yes, you are. Cause you
I
fucking.
have knowledge. I've read copious amounts of the answers
I
to
forgot about
these
all that.
questions.
I forgot about that part. And it's kind of freaking me out a little bit because it's not just you because you got questions, but it's like fuck. I mean, I forgot about all that shit.
Oh, so I'm bringing it all back into your conscious.
Yes.
Well, you put yourself
Shut
open to
up.
questions. I don't feel bad, which I normally feel bad about everything.
No, it's
I'm
scary.
freaking out because I'm actually getting to ask somebody who's done it serious questions. The other one is, how did it feel
I'm
physically?
not gonna answer no more. I'm not gonna answer no more. No, that shit take me back. I didn't even know. Like I forgot about it. Like I
See,
forgot
that
about
is
that part.
because if you could adequately express what I'm trying to get you to express, not, I don't want to influence the words, but if you could accurately describe to me the feeling of when you came back into your body, that would be so helpful to me. Because I have memory problems, medical, and you know why. But that part has traumatized me. Like I gave up on that shit probably when I was about 16, maybe. Tried it again probably in my 20s, probably tried it briefly in my 30s and just gave up. But there's two major things that stick in my head about astral projection. And it's that cord. So that's why I said you were lucky that that person was asleep or didn't consciously know that you were there, because I've read from several sources back then that if
How
two
would they
people,
know that? How would they know to be able to tell you that and them still be living? That's what I'm saying. That don't make
because
sense.
you're not physically in their brain. And
Oh,
I find that fascinating because if they were asleep, but you were in there hearing thoughts and worries, so we don't rest our brains when we're sleeping then.
but it's like this is a guy thing though. It wasn't no regular whatever. Cause okay, just like
What do
okay,
you
just
mean it's a
like
guy thing?
it's a God thing. I
Oh,
feel like it's a
oh,
God
no.
thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Uh,
because this, okay, just like this, okay, just like I believe there are Satan things, there are Satan things that can happen, right? Just like Satan can,
like
just
Satan as in the devil?
yes,
Okay, because I wasn't
he
hearing
can, he can
Satan or
imitate
certain. I wasn't sure.
he can imitate certain experiences, right?
He can
So,
imitate everything,
right,
actually.
so if he could imitate the feeling or whatever it is, that someone would have that's having a God experience because God took them, just like God takes people, maybe Satan can also take people too. You know what I mean?
Well,
Those
hold on, hold
things.
on. If you believe in heaven, you inherently have to believe in hell. If you believe that God can have that power, then you're automatically obliged to feel that Satan can have that power. They
Right,
go hand in hand. If you believe or you don't.
right. I
See,
believe.
I don't think either one of them are coming and fucking in any of that. Me personally,
I think
but
they both.
obviously you do, and that's awesome for you.
Yeah, because I never thought about it. I never thought about it like that because I never had to be challenged about any of these thoughts. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
and I'm so not trying to challenge you, dear. I'm trying to pick your brain because I never was able to do it. And I'm so jealous. Like, I'm envious of your relationship with your faith, but I'm hella jealous that you astral projected without effort. Like, you don't know how badly I tried and I wanted to.
I think it's crazy to try to want to do that.
And I found it jumped out at me that you
You
said
know
it
what I mean?
happened while you were on your side. That is not supposed to be. You're supposed to lay on your back with your arms comfortably elongated beside your body. Like there is a position, there is a train of thought, there's a whole thing to do. But you're one of the lucky ass ones that it happens by itself for you, which freaks me out.
So that's what I'm saying. So if you purposely have to do it, is that something that is of God? You see what I'm saying?
Obviously, even if you do it by accident, to me, it has nothing to do with God.
It definitely does because
For you, in
no,
your opinion, for you,
I feel
it
like
does.
this.
For
Because
me, no bearing.
okay, I'll let you have yours. But I feel
No,
like
you don't have to. Like I get mine and you get yours. We're not here to convince each other.
I
We're
feel
just
like this.
sharing, right?
If it's God that is in control of this or whatever that happened to me or whatever, hey Fraser, I couldn't tap into the stream
Fraser, hi.
to play good night, good evening. But you can't tap it. You gotta like copy and paste it. That's what you gotta do. Copy, and then you gotta go to like a browser like Google, and then you need to pop it in like that.
No, he has the app. I sent him the link. He has the app already.
Oh, he got the app. It's an
Yeah,
app.
the one I'm in right now, he has it.
You have an app. You didn't have to download the app.
I did. It wouldn't take me from YouTube, so I downloaded StreamYard. And it works like a charm. I'm in StreamYard.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Everybody else I know, I just send them the link, and then boom, they just put it in the browser.
I know. You sent it to a couple people, and for
We
that, well,
still on, hey,
Michelle
Fraser,
earlier.
still on,
Michelle was on YouTube,
we on YouTube right now still. It's crazy. Me and
but I'm in that app.
yeah, he's on TikTok right now. Maybe.
TikTok's a little tricky because you can't have a voice or a face. You only have text.
Follow me back, please, Fraser.
And I was so angry with that first video. I needed a voice. I couldn't type fast enough with my hand.
All right.
Oh, you're gonna have boring content from me for this night. I listened more than I talked, and I didn't get worked up.
I know you're terrible.
Who is that dude? The dude that looked like Cat Williams. He was worked up. He was on a roller coaster, man. He was. I might rewatch that show because he was so hard to follow.
Mm-hmm.
But I also know no history on him, so I'll be diving into him first. But yeah, see, yeah, I don't know why it happens. Okay, so if this is very sincere, this is not challenging, this is trying to understand. So if for you God was pulling you into the projection,
Right.
what was his goal? What did he want you to see or experience? What did he want you to take from that?
He wanted me to help somebody.
By hearing the thoughts of the other person to enable you to help that person?
Yeah.
And did it?
Yeah.
How? Because that person didn't know. Oh, so you were armed with knowledge that you needed to be able to help him without him knowing?
I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just going for the experience.
Exactly. So how can you answer me right away, yes, that you did end up helping him? How do you know that?
I told him. I talked to him.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
You didn't remember me saying that?
No.
I called him up. I said, hey, did this happen? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's what that was all about.
You phoned him and you told him some stuff that you picked up in inside his head, and he confirmed it?
Yes.
So, well, now that's hella interesting, because was he asleep then? Because I sure as hell don't remember my thoughts when I'm sleeping.
It's not just thoughts. It's worries. It's the things that only.
Yeah, but I don't remember them
You don't
when I wake up.
No.
It's the subconscious that's working there.
Listen. If you have a something that you worry about, right, on a consistent basis, okay, every day, you probably go to sleep with the same thing that you worry about. But I don't even know if he was asleep. He probably was awake. So that proves to me that was BS. Whatever they said to you about astral projection.
Well, see, to me, it confirms that he absolutely was not awake, because I read that from too many sources. It has to be true that is the two things that are most common in all the reading I've done is The part about the silver cord, it is your lifeline, and you do not want to meet up with another person roaming around awake, because you both will be drawn into a fight till the end of one of them. And the one that loses their cord does not have a way back into their body. And the other point is the feeling when they re-enter their body. When they wake up, they're happy that they've come back and woken up. But the feeling of when they re-enter the body is very specifically described by so many people. And that's what I was trying to figure out if you got to experience or not. Because it actually would, you would like, if because what it would do to you is prove your point, actually, about some stuff that I'm not sure about. Apparently, when you ultimately re-enter fully your body and prepare to then wake up in your body, wake up consciously, apparently it is one of the most disagreeable, unpleasant feelings they've ever felt in their life. And people who have done it many times, every single time, that part is not fun. Although you have to go through it to be able to then wake up in life, like on earth. But apparently you get a feeling, overwhelming negative emotions, sadness, not wanting to be in that body, being constrained, a loss of freedom, a loss of lightness, a loss of peace. Once they're forced back into the body, it's I, for lack of education, disgusting. Like it's not a desired feeling. And that really struck me as something that would back up your mentality, your the way you think about spirituality and stuff. It would be logical that the spirit would feel better when it was free to roam how it wants than stuck in a human body. In my mind, that makes sense, even though I'm not that kind of person.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. I mean, what's good for you is good for you. I don't know if I feel like
I haven't
that.
even
You
thought
know,
about all that here in like 30 years.
when
I
I
think.
started trying to think about it, it freaked me out a little bit again.
So after that time, did you ever leave again, either voluntarily or not or purposely, like by accident or on purpose? Did you ever leave again?
Mm-mm.
I knew that. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I don't think so. Not that for
Cool.
me.
You are so much of a better human being than I am,
Why?
because for you, that was done by a superior power to enable you to help somebody. Now, my motivation was wanting to see what my ex boyfriend was doing and shit like that. But I was young. But
Why the fuck
it's
would
never had anything to do with God. I also wanted to travel to Ireland, and like like I wanted to see the world and stuff too. Like I didn't just
So
like.
you had not so good reasonings, baby. I just
Pardon
had
me. Pardon me.
you had not so good reasons.
So you're a practicing religious, believing, God fearing person who's judging me on my motives?
Just saying. I'm saying what it is. You call it
No,
judgment.
you're judging, but why is
You know
what's
what?
bad about that? I was a
You
teenager.
call it
I was a
judgment.
teenager.
It doesn't matter. You wanted to go see what your boyfriend was doing.
Yeah. What did you want to do when you were 14 and 15? What
Mm.
was your importance? Sports and chicks, right?
Mm.
Like,
Working.
oh, I was working at 15 too, but didn't mean
I
I
was
didn't
working
have time
at
to think
14.
about other stuff. Huh?
I was working at 14. I was yeah, playing football, all that. I did a lot of shit. But not like chicks. Like, yeah. No. I was a fucking nerd. Yep, I was a nerd.
But you're lucky. You were a nerd on the coattails of Zuckerberg and um Gates, and like those dudes all showed up. Jobs, they all showed up on the scene, and it wasn't the jocks who were popular anymore. And good thing, because they usually treated girls like shit, even when they got the cheerleaders. Then it was the nerds that became all that. Then the girls wanted the nerds, the smart guys, because the smart guys were making money. Right?
Yeah,
That totally changed. They all showed up in life at the same time in our part of the world, making changes to way life on Earth was and making copious amounts of money doing so.
thanks for
And
joining.
they made nerds cool.
Right.
So I'm curious why you chose that video for tonight, because it was so that shocked me, because I was expecting more relationship stuff. So I was really surprised, especially with me in here. I'm surprised you invited me for that subject, because you know how I feel about this stuff. Like, you know
About
enough
what?
to know that I would be challenging on this subject. So I'm grateful you'd let me participate anyways, because that's when I get to learn, right? Like, you fascinate me. Your level of faith is just mind blowing to me.
And yet,
And
instead,
and it and
not enough.
pardon?
I said, yet, I said, yet, and still, I feel like it's not enough.
Well, but you feel that way. What sign are you? What sign are you? You're some hard ass sign, because you never feel you're doing enough, no matter what the subject. You didn't do enough AI. You
Sagittarius.
didn't do enough content. You didn't do enough
No,
editing. You didn't do enough. I don't know if you consciously are aware of that, but you often wish you would have or could have done more. No matter what subject we're talking about.
no, for real.
No,
Yeah,
you.
you noticed that
Yes,
shit.
you do. Okay. I will. I will make you notice it.
Yeah, no, I
I'll.
didn't.
I'll make you consciously realize it.
Sagittarius.
Oh no, for real? Wow. Okay. I'm not publicly stating my opinion on that.
I bet probably your ex husband was a fucking Sag.
No, my ex-husband, as were my children, as my grandmother, my father, and my siblings, they're
Piercing.
all Taurus. No, no, they're all Taurus.
Taurus.
Yeah. Which have an incredible, they're down to earth. I'm a Pisces with my head in the dreams. They have an incredible ability, Taurus, to be so down to earth, they can just put blinders on and ignore the fuck out of me, which is great for them, not so much for me. But
Yeah, isn't that bullshit?
yeah, hence why my husband and I would get into, I told you, you never told me that. I did tell you. Yeah, I did. But they fucking blocked it and didn't listen.
Wow, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it took me a number of years to figure that one out, because I knew what I said. Like, I could be doubtful a couple times, but eventually.
Microplastics.
Listen, I don't fuck with nothing that I can't say. What the fuck you just say? Yeah, I'm keeping it real, guy. I can't say that word. I gotta fold
that wasn't a pejorative. Microplastics.
Yeah, I don't know no microplastic. Yeah, stop playing on me. Yeah,
I do. I know what microplasm is.
right. It gotta be some fake shit. That's all. Listen, I fuck with real shit.
Well, look, it might be fake. I just keep hearing about it. They say
Microplasm is real. Who just called microplasm fake?
What you want? Some gay shit?
Bro, you
got some gay shit?
Nah, that's white culture, bro. You gotta tap in with like Joe Rogan. He talks about it all the time. You heard of him?
I'm white too.
Oh no, we do not.
I'm white. Listen, everybody don't understand race don't exist, right? Listen, they use race to put us against each other because we get controlled by God to fight each other. That's what I'm. So they want you to think that race exist. They want you to think that we different, but we the same.
Hold on.
A lot of people don't know.
So God want what?
Y'all, you people, a lot of you people don't know that in itself.
Why are they doing that?
Because listen, the guys had a war they couldn't fight because only thing about this earth is they can't create unless they can speak. Since they can't speak, they can't create nothing here. So they got to possess you to create shit here. So they possess you to make you fight me for racism.
Because they can't speak.
They can't speak. No.
Can they affect
Who's
things?
they?
Yeah, when they get inside you, and then you speak and bring it to existence. Listen, everything on this earth, right, is a 3D reality, but it's a 2D first in your thoughts. And when it's in your thoughts, it becomes 3D. But in order to get in your thoughts, a lot of people create from their feelings. Now, what happened with your feelings, right? So say it's a bad feeling, you got a low vibrational feeling, and you create. Now that's an evil spirit in you, and it's gonna create from that low vibrational state.
That's all it takes.
Right? Yes, all it takes.
To get it in you.
Yeah, all it takes for you to feel some type of way. So you gotta protect your feelings, right? So if you feel sad, then a sad demon get up in you, right? Every demon attached with your emotions, attached with your chakras.
What
So
about a good feeling?
a good feeling bring a high vibration, but you got to be careful because a lot of times good is bad and bad is good because there's no
I was
such
gonna
thing as
say
either.
good and bad.
Right,
Is
so
Right,
you
right.
just
It's
gotta
not
be
binary
careful.
like
Yeah,
that. It
you
just
gotta be
is.
careful. Yeah,
There ain't no bad.
But murder good, depending on who the fuck you killing.
You said
Yeah, murder. Yeah, so listen,
Yeah.
murder good depending on who you killing,
I
right?
get behind that.
But everything's a lie. Everything they told you was a lie. They probably told you to get a savings account.
That's a lie?
That's a lie. Why would you save shit? That mean you ain't gonna make it.
Bro,
Right? Listen,
saving is bullshit.
no, saving bullshit. Listen, life is about manifestation. You can manifest everything. So why the fuck I'm gonna put some way for you to take it? They want me to save my money so they can take it when I die.
And
Stop
you-
playing on me.
and
I'm gonna
use it.
use all mine now.
They want to use it while they're holding it too.
Yeah, they want to use it while they hold it.
Yep.
But I'm not putting it in the savings account. Stop playing on me. What I'm saving for? Savings is a motherfucking lie. Stop playing on me. Listen, but they're gonna tell you that. They're gonna tell you save and buy a house. You're gonna buy a house, you're gonna save. Then you're gonna be broke in 6 months.
Bro, ain't nobody saved their way into a new tax bracket.
You can't say your way into
Saving
shit.
is bullshit.
Stop playing on me.
So you
Saving.
can save every penny you've ever had, and ain't nothing gonna change in your life. Let's be honest.
What the fuck? Yo, Whisper, what's up? What you thought thinking about that?
Simple. I agree that a
Mhm.
savings account in a financial institution is bullshit because they don't pay high enough interest for the billions of dollars they're making off of our money, and they have the fucking nerve to charge us service fees to access our money when they're allowed to access it for free. But it is not financially the best place to put your money. And a house is a single family dwelling is not a good first investment. It's not wise. It's not. A car and a house are, they eat cash. They never, you're never completely not having to put money in them. Like even if your mortgage is paid off, you need to do shit on your house, and usually it's expensive. Like every 25 years, you need a new roof. Every 15 years, you need a new asphalt in the driveway. It's always going to be eating up cash. So the wiser financial, if you need somewhere to live and you don't want to be paying somebody else, you need to at least buy a 2-family dwelling, whether they're side by side or up and down. It doesn't matter, because the person renting upstairs is basically going to be paying the hypothec the bank part, the part that you pay to the bank. You're going to be paying the taxes, the upkeep, and all that. So the rent coming in, it's like you're subsidizing what you have to pay in life, and the benefit of it is to you. But if you do a single family dwelling, that doesn't happen, and it's freaking expensive.
Yeah. Okay.
That was actually counseled to me when I got married by a local person who is incredibly wealthy because his parents built it up from the bottom. And he's the one who told me that. He said, I did not, and he had the money to through his parents. He said, I did not buy a single family home at first. I bought a duplex upstairs, rented out the upstairs. They paid what the bank cost every month for the mortgage. Sorry, I don't use these words in English very often, so I'm not finding them. They end up paying the mortgage for you, and you're not used to before then having rent coming in anyway, so you're not missing anything. But you don't have to pay rent anymore. You just need to do the taxes and the upkeep.
Interesting.
And once that place is paid off, then you rent both of those out. You buy your single family dwelling, and those two pay the mortgage on your new single family home because the other one's already paid off.
Right.
Honest.
So everybody needs to stop saving.
Yeah.
And stop saving these hoes too. That's what I'm on.
Oh,
You know, it's around here, you're.
can
Yeah.
we get through one
Yeah, it's
video
okay.
where we're not hoes and bitches, please?
I heard you. I heard a take that you had. You want to tell people who you are if they haven't heard about you?
What?
You said,
They know
what?
about me. Listen,
All right,
but
okay.
I can tell you about women because women don't know about them.
Okay.
Right? I can
Oh,
say
shit.
women.
Oh,
Listen,
God.
it's two kind of women. It's a women that they know who they are, right? They understand that they was put on this earth for a particular reason, and it's the particular woman that's around today that think a man supposed to take care of them, right? And they think that a man supposed to have 50-50 when a
No.
woman is actually
No.
a dominant one. A lot of people don't know because love is like the
Of
highest.
course, we're dominant.
You possess that love, right? So they like the dominant one, but they've been possessed and captured by men, right? And it started with the
Oh
Muslims.
my God. No. No.
I'm gonna keep it real. It started with the
I'm
Muslims.
muting.
I'll tell you how I know,
Tell me
right?
how you know.
Listen, I know. Listen. So the world was created by Sophia. Everybody know this, right? It was created by
This is
Sophia.
the girl that
by
was in hell or
demigod.
something.
Come on, guy. Yeah, she was in hell. Jesus went and got her. This all this shit true. Like you think I'm playing? Listen.
Well, no, you just gotta. It's just so much.
Listen, listen. One thing about Sophia. Listen, everything is.
What's up with that bitch? Where'd she start at?
Oh, come on, gang, stop playing with me.
Was she not a bitch?
Stop playing.
She was in hell.
Well, she a bitch, but she's not a regular bitch.
Okay,
different kind of bitch. Listen, one thing about what you understand. Let me explain this to you, right? First, I'm not the body. I'm a soul inside a body, right? So I'm not the body. I'm like a soul having a human experience. So that can happen to me like a lot of times, right? So I'm gonna tell you this. So for Sophia itself, she kind of like came down and like the demigod
came down from heaven.
Yeah, she came down for the paroma
from the Christian God's heaven.
Come on, gang, stop playing with me. No, she above that God. That God a bitch.
Well, so
yeah, that God's a bitch. Look, she above that God. So, I'm keeping it real, gang. I don't come here to lie.
No, listen, for sure. That's
I'm
what
gonna tell you where Sophia came from. Listen, when God said, "Let us create the world in our image," it was Him and a whole lot of icons, right? And they made Adam, right? And when they made Adam, Adam could breathe no life into him because Adam didn't have a soul. So Sophia said, everything they made was good and blew life into Adam. So Adam had a soul. But the problem with Adam was
she like blew it into him?
Yeah. I don't know how they put it in there, but it got it.
That was the fruit. That was the forbidden fruit.
No, that didn't happen yet.
It was definitely his ass.
This was the creation.
Okay.
This is from the creation.
Okay.
Right? So she went ahead and she blew life into Adam. But let me tell you, a lot of people know Adam was Adam and Eve, right? So it wasn't no one Adam. Adam and Eve was the same person. That's
but was it one person or two people?
It was one person, right? It was the masculine and the feminine one together, right? But then devil got mad and split them so you can lose yourself. I'm gonna tell you about that later.
But not the devil from Christianity.
Yeah, that devil.
Okay.
That's what I'm on. But from the First Testament. Him.
White dude is asking stupid questions.
Different gods and everything. What people don't understand is different gods everywhere.
Old Testament and New.
What would you say?
I said the white dude is asking stupid questions. The other one, I'm having trouble with his speed and his accent. I wish the white dude would shut up and let him talk. Well, like I think his questions are ignorant. They're not pertinent. He was on a vibe and he was explaining something. Like, who the fuck is Sophia? We're talking about the Bible. Who's Sophia? I don't remember Sophia any more than I remembered the job. Now, the job was there, so I'm figuring Sophia is. Do you remember Sophia in the Bible?
No, it's no Sophia in the Bible. He just said that. It's not a Sophia. He said that Sophia is above.
He said she came down.
Yeah, but not from like the Christian heaven, but from another one or some shit like that, he said.
Oh, God. Do you know what Allah? Allah, yeah. What is that? What is Allah?
Arm, leg.
Who is Allah?
Arm, leg, head, something like that.
I'm not asking you how to spell it. I'm asking you what that word is. Who is that? Allah.
It's supposed to be God.
Who calls God Allah?
Islamic people, Muslim people.
Muslims do. So do you know? So to you, Allah is just simply what Muslims call God.
No, I mean, it's not just simply what.
That's what you just said. No.
No.
Okay, so who is Allah then? What is Allah?
To be a God.
Okay, dear. I'm gonna blow your mind because I originally thought that too. Okay, it's God in Arabic, for fuck's sakes. Like here in Quebec, God isn't God; He's Dieu, because we speak a different language. So Allah is God in Arabic. It's not a different God; it's God, but just in a different language. Doesn't that blow your mind? How many times have you heard that it's the Muslim God? It's their God.
Okay.
Cool, huh?
It's not cool, but okay.
It's not cool?
No.
Why is it not cool? People speak different languages.
It don't do nothing for me because that's not what I was taught. I was taught that it means arm, leg, arm, head.
No, that's an acronym so that you know how to spell it. Like all day I dream about sex is how you spell Adidas, right? It's an acronym. You didn't learn that in high school or middle school?
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, though.
Yeah, so that's all it is. What you're doing, the arms and shit, you're spelling out that each word you said was the first letter of each word you said in a row spells Allah. It's just a simple way of remembering how to spell it. It's an acronym.
I don't know why you would have a struggle with learning how to spell that, though.
I don't. You're the one that did that. That's not me.
I too, not me. Just saying. I don't understand why somebody would have an issue with learning how to spell it.
Neither do I. It's pretty darn easy. But so is Adidas. So who knows, right? But yeah, so many people I've heard say, well, the Muslims' God is Allah. And people who are against Muslims will often throw out that name with a really disgusting tone of voice and everything. And it really shows our ignorance because it is very simply exactly the word God in their language. That's it. It's not a different God. Now, do you know anything about Hinduism?
Yeah.
Okay, so the way they express it is they worship, and this is the number that is used because there's an infinite number, but they are said to worship 330 million gods. I believe that's the figure. And so I have wonderful, very close Hindu friends, being as I traveled there to meet them personally after years online. Um, and I wanted to figure this shit out because for Muslims and for Catholics and stuff, we're not really supposed to chill with people who worship multiple gods. You will have no other god before me is from Catholicism, ironically and hypocritically, because a Catholic church and a devout Catholic's home and their car and their wallet and everything is full of images of Jesus, and bad ones with him bleeding out on a cross even, and symbolism, and that's not supposed to be. That is technically a sin because you're worshiping another god in front of them. They're very hypocritical on that. There's none of that in a mosque. The only thing you'll see is calligraphy.
Mm.
There's no statues. There's no nothing around your neck for like the Catholic crucifix that they wear around their neck is very put down by other Christian religions who only wear a cross. Because why are you wearing your savior or your savior's son or whoever the hell he is to you, like literally dying out while nailed to a cross? That's kind of yeah, strange. Like I was exposed to those all my life, but it is kind of strange. And when you walk into a Catholic church, I mean, that's all it is that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
God, when was the last time? Probably a funeral, I guess. Last time I was in a church. Mm. I
See,
I probably got an APB out for me on TT. I wasn't
well,
online
you
all day. I still wasn't online when you sent me the code. I I I
damn.
was I was getting to come online when you said, "Are you coming?" Because what happened is we were like rearranging, like I mean, like even nuts and bolts in that part of the house and everything. Like we were doing heavy duty organizing and cleaning, and we simply didn't think to eat all day. And I had a pressure drop, and I was very ill, and I needed to eat fast. So I was coming to make myself a sandwich or something, but Nat had already got it a couple. So she threw some stuff in the air fryer for us. So that's why I ended up late, because in between when you sent the code and you asked if I was coming, I was making my plate and getting something into my stomach, and it was then 8:20 p.m. Like we just forgot to eat. We were too busy, which is kind of insane.
All right, I'm trying to see if these fuckers will give me live access on the damn computer.
Yeah, so you didn't answer me, or I don't remember the answer. What made you choose that subject for today, dear?
I didn't really choose it. It kind of just happened, right?
No, how? Like, didn't you show us a video or something?
No, like, what are you talking about?
How did we do 5 hours of religion?
That shit just happened. That was not.
Cool,
That
cool.
was not what I
What's
had.
the word for that? There's a word for that. When
Spontaneous.
it's no, that's in life, but online, um, like you get your followers and you get accidental ones. What's the word for those accidental ones? For fuck's sakes, what's the word?
Mhm.
Um, people who don't follow you, but they end up in your analytics because they happened upon your stuff. Not viral. What's the word? Fuck. There's a word. Not
He's about to
oh,
say
it doesn't matter. Anyways, it happened by accident. Okay, cool. So God needed us to talk about him today, in your point of view, I suppose.
yeah.
Because okay. Do you believe in accidents? Like, I'm not talking about a car accident. Like, do you believe that that was accidental, or do you believe somebody wanted it? Some higher being wanted us to go there, so put a little grain into our brain and derailed our life.
I feel like they.
Possibly because you're here to save me. Even I have to laugh because I hope you're not, because I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy.
I don't think somebody can be there to save you. Only one that can save you is Jesus. But yeah, just to clarify, so no, I don't
Okay,
believe
but he died like ages ago, right, on a cross, and hasn't come back yet, so
he
he's
can't.
not saving me.
Hold up. He died and he rose again, right?
Well, then why are we waiting for him to come back again?
Because he's coming back for his church. That's why.
For his church, for his believers,
For his bride, actually, to be more specific.
for his what?
Bride. For his bride.
His bride, his wife,
Yeah.
which was Mary Magdalene,
That,
and there is lineage through
I,
a
was
daughter they had.
I was about to say some shit. Oh my god. I was about to say that beat been dead. Stop it.
It
Stop
be
playing.
what?
I was about to say that beat been dead.
I don't understand the word you're saying.
That B been dead. But nah, like I know that's God forgive me, like for real. That's his girl. I know it's his girl.
I have
But
no idea what you said, so I'm not offended in any way or
no,
anything.
like that been dead. Talking about her. She ain't here on this earth no more.
No, obviously, but there are people who believe that they have a daughter and her lineage is still alive on earth. Her kids had kids, and apparently there is a chance of a direct line to Jesus in the blood on earth through a daughter that he would have had with Mary Magdalene. There is quite a lot of people who think that.
I know people make up
I
stuff.
don't know. I don't know. I consider it, but I don't know any. I don't know any of that shit for certain because there's no proof. So
Did you know that the Muslims believe that he's gonna come back? Did you know that? Huh? Did
I'm
you know that?
listening to you. I'm listening to you.
I was asking
I,
you a question. Did you know it? Yes or no?
I know you're asking me a question, but I'm waiting for you to explain yourself. I'm waiting for you to explain to me how you think you know that, because you're
Why would
obviously not Muslim.
I don't have to be Muslim to know.
No, you're that's right, but like you've asked me some questions about Islam. Like you said Islamists earlier instead of Muslims. Islam is a religion. Like I know you're not Muslim. So I'm curious where you ha, where you believe that Muslims believe that. I'm not saying I agree or not. I'm asking where's that coming from?
Okay, so if I ask you a question, right?
Mhm.
Don't you believe we have dialogue and you just
Okay,
don't?
so you want an answer? What was the question? I'll answer you. See, dear, in 2009, I converted to Islam. Technically, on paper, I'm Muslim. I got married to a Pakistani in the UK in a mosque. Ah, ah. I gave you hints, but this is the first time I've told you. When we touched on Ramadan and stuff the other day, I thought you might pick up on it, but my boyfriend is Algerian, but he's Kabyle and he's Muslim also. And no, I didn't convert for him. I did that way before knowing him, but I also stopped practicing. So technically, for any Muslim, I'm not. Because, like I told you, they don't do that shit about practicing and non practicing. You are or you aren't. So technically, I'm not, but
You
I'm
haven't read
converted.
the whole Quran.
Pardon? Yes, once though, not 4 times like the Bible. And they also consider that it doesn't count because I read the English version. I had the bilingual version, but I couldn't read the one language, so I read it in English, and apparently that doesn't really count either. You need to get it in Arabic.
All right, let's just read this and listen to this.
Oh, something.
Yes, Muslims believe that Jesus, known as Isa in Islam, will return to earth.
Yeah,
In Islamic
Jesus, not.
theology, the
Yeah,
second
I knew
coming of
that.
Jesus is a major event that signals the approach of the Day of Judgment, the end times. While Muslims revere Jesus as a mighty prophet, their beliefs about why he is coming back and what he will do differ significantly from Christian teachings.
Yeah. Yes.
Here is a
yes.
breakdown of the Islamic perspective on his return. The purpose of his return. Muslims believe Jesus is currently in heaven, having ascended alive without dying on the cross, and will descend to earth to defeat the Al-Masih Dajjal, the false Messiah or Antichrist. This is one of the major signs of the end times. 2. His role as a leader. Upon his return, Jesus is expected to lead as a just ruler and a follower of Islam, rather than starting a new religion. Islamic tradition teaches that he will break the cross, symbolically invalidating the Christian belief in the crucifixion and the Trinity, affirming instead the Islamic view of strict monotheism, tawhid. Kill the swine, re-establishing religious laws regarding dietary restrictions, pork is forbidden in Islam. Unite
It is in
believers. The tradition
Catholicism
holds that
too.
Christians and Jews, people of the book, will recognize the truth of his message and believe in him as a prophet of God before he dies. 3. His final death. Unlike the Christian belief where Jesus reigns eternally after his return, Islamic eschatology teaches that after Jesus defeats the Dajjal and rules for a period of peace, often cited as 40 years, he will die a natural death. Muslims believe he will then be buried, traditionally said to be alongside the Prophet Muhammad in Medina.
See, I told you Jesus is in the Quran. He's just not their main guy. Muhammad is, but apparently he's going to be their main guy when he comes back.
I think that sounds crazy.
Pardon?
So I feel like that sounds crazy. Why would he be the main God and they just don't believe him as nothing but a prophet?
Because Muhammad is already dead. They believe Muhammad is dead and not coming back. So they need somebody to step up in his place. In the Quran, Jesus is there. He's one of the disciples. He's a prophet. He's just not their main one. Their main one is Muhammad because
Jesus, son of Mary, will descend to the earth, will marry, have children, and remain 45 years, after which he will die and be buried along with me in my grave. Some traditions even offer specific details, suggesting he might name his sons Muhammad and Moses. Musa, though these specific details are less universally emphasized than the general fact of his marriage. 3. Timeline. The general Islamic timeline for this is, Jesus descends and defeats the false Messiah, Dajjal. He rules for a period, often cited as 40 years, of peace and justice. During this peace, he marries and has a family. He passes away and is buried by Muslims.
I hate doing this shit. Because
I'm stunned that you're running this through AI instead of just looking up for credible sources on Google. I'm shocked. I didn't realize people do that.
Google is not a credible source.
Well, neither is AI. I'm sorry. It's not yet,
More better than Google.
in your opinion.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. You know what? I can't even say that because this is fucking Google. So stop it. Did you know that? This is Google. This is made by Google. Did you know that?
Yes.
You didn't know that.
But I did know that.
Okay.
But, and why am I seeing Gemini? I asked you the other day
You
if you
cannot
used
find the
Gemini.
specific detail
and you
about
said no.
Jesus marrying and having children in the Quran. That specific detail is found exclusively in the Hadith, the recorded sayings and traditions of the Prophet Muhammad, which are separate from the Quran but are used by scholars to interpret it.
Exactly.
Here's exactly where the information comes from. The marriage and children part Hadith. The prophecy that Jesus will marry and have children is found in Hadith collections, not the Quran.
Exactly.
Source Mishkat al-Masabih, Book 26, Hadith 5508. The quote, the Prophet Muhammad is recorded as saying, Jesus, son of Mary, will descend to the earth, will marry, have children, and remain 45 years, after which he will die and be buried along with me in my grave. 2. The coming back part.
So that's where it came from. It wasn't the Quran. It was, I guess, the Hadith. Ain't that
Yeah.
So what do you use the Hadith for? What's the purpose of the Hadith?
Kind of to very loosely loosely compare it to something that you could identify more with, it would be like the Old Testament versus the New Testament, if you will. See, for many people, isn't it? So Jesus speaks in the Old Testament, right? So for many people, the New Testament is completely invalid because it's not his direct words. Now, the Old Testament isn't completely his words, but supposedly his direct words are in the Old Testament and not in the New Testament. So it's kind of like a companion, if you will, to the
So now
Quran.
what I had told you about what I knew about that because I seen that shit on social media. So let me stop bullshitting you like I just fucking read it. No, I seen it on fucking social media.
Doesn't matter where you see it. It has no bearing. At least you saw it, and I know you, and I know you researched it once you heard
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
So
No, this is the first time I actually looked into it for real, because it was from some type of old ass pastor, like old. And I felt like and it was a long time ago that he said it. He was like, yeah, he's talking about. He was like the way he portrayed it was. He's like, yeah, they believe that Jesus is going to come back, and then imagine him trying to have a kid, and then
see, that's the first time hearing about that part of it, though. Coming back for 45 years, married and had kids. That I didn't hear that. Like I knew Jesus is important in the Quran. I told you the Quran is a complement to the Bible and whatever it is the Jews read. It's a complement to it. It's not meant to replace it. The order, like I told you, is the Jewish, the Catholic, then the Muslim. And it's appreciated among the people who research this shit because it's newer. More people follow it closer to what the book says. Catholicism has been around for so long, and Judaism, that it's been bastardized in the minds and hearts of the practitioners for so many decades and hundreds of years that it has come away a bit from the book. The people practicing it are practicing a looser interpretation of the actual written book. So, in that sense, only that sense, Islam is seen to be a slightly bit more positive because of that. That's it. It's not saying more valid or anything. It's just hasn't been around long enough to be as corrupt. But it in no way, like most people who know nothing about Islam are shocked about that. They're shocked to find out that Jesus is actually in the Quran. Like,
that.
New
so
Testament guy,
who's the dude on the right?
People don't know.
I
Do
don't
we
know
know
who
him?
right is.
Just okay.
the Old Testament guy was wrecking shit,
A lot of people don't know.
murking shit. He had
Right.
hats.
A lot of people don't know. Listen, this shit a lot of people know. But I'm
Old Testament guy.
So I'm trying to tell you who Sophia is. So I can tell you how the Muslims fucked up the women. Because we still talk about the
No,
women,
it's true.
but it's a long
Thank
fucking
you.
story.
Was some
Right?
fucked up woman? Oh,
Sophia,
I need to mute.
like, bam, and then everything was bad. We locked in the firmament. Sophia locked us in the firmament. Boom, everybody stay here. Bam. So that guy was like, you know what? This is my earth. I like it. Then he did the flood. Boom, he did the flood.
Why
Bam.
would he do that if you like the thing?
Because everybody's waking up.
Okay.
So he flooded the world. Bam. And then when he flooded the world, Sophia felt bad. She said, you know what? I feel
Hold on, I'm confused. Stop, please.
come down to
Yeah.
God felt bad. Who the fuck is Sophia? God felt bad and promised he would never ever do that again
Right.
after the flood.
We
Who
know
is Sophia?
somebody that he's saying existed. I don't believe this shit.
I've never heard of a Sophia, and I'm almost 60. I'm confused.
Probably making this shit up. He's probably making this shit up. I don't know.
Okay, because he seemed hella convinced.
You say what?
He seemed hella convinced.
Oh yeah, he do. Some of this, okay, with him. Listen, you have to take it with a grain of salt. Some shit is good.
No. It's religion. There's no grain of salt. It needs to be factual as much as possible.
No, this is not fucking religion. This is
He's talking about Jesus and Noah and the flood. This is religious talk?
No, this is spirituality shit.
No, not to me. Spirituality is not that at all. Spirituality to me has no link to religion. It's for me, spirituality and religion are two different things. For me personally, like I'm allergic to religion.
Let's see. What AI think about him?
Oh my goodness, where would you? How do you function without AI? I'm stunned that people use AI for all of this stuff. I had no idea. I don't know because I've heard a lot of things bad about
It's
ChatGPT and stuff.
it's just like
Encourage
Google. It's just like Google, but it's
no,
better.
no, no, it isn't. It's thinking. It's learning. It's not thinking. It's learning, and it's developing on its own. Google is. Oh, did you see the video? And I read through hundreds of comments, and most people are feeling it's real. Dude, I'll try and find it. Oh, I looked at it, so I'll be able to find it in my history.
Based
Dude
on
comes, dude comes home. Alexa is speaking with what? There's two intelligent things in his home who spontaneously started a conversation together, a full out, and we can hear it. They are talking to each other now, unless it seems legit, and the general census is that it really did happen. Now, obviously, maybe it didn't, but two smart apparatuses in his home when he got home were having a full out conversation with each other with no humans. That's not Google there. It might be Google powered, like it might have that Mercedes engine in that Corvette car. It's still a Corvette. It's not a Mercedes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I hope I got those two right.
his
Exactly.
content and interviews, 607 UNC, a rapper and internet personality, focuses more on spirituality, conspiracy theories, and esoteric hidden knowledge rather than organized religion. While he
Yep.
frequently discusses religious content,
That's what I was saying.
Exactly. It's not religion. It's an alternative.
But I told no, you said it was religion.
No, I did not. You did.
No,
Rewind and play it. I would never say that spiritual. I said the exact
no,
opposite.
no. You said that he was talking. He's talking about religion.
He was talking. Well, I didn't ask you to read up the bio. I asked you to rewind it and let us hear what he said.
He was talking about Sophia. He was talking about Jesus.
Jesus and Sophia.
Yeah,
He's talking religion.
that's not what he's talking about in this, though. He's not necessarily saying religion. He doesn't even really talk anything about religion. It's
I have
all
a
about
question for you. What
yeah.
what was the planned bio of this live? We went off topic, right? They did too, because he's talking straight up religion.
He's not talking about religion.
Okay, well, in my mind, you cannot mention Jesus and not have it about religion. Like,
That's
that,
you.
yes, yes, in my opinion, yes.
Yeah.
Like, he is probably the most identifiable thing about religion. So how could Ronald be separated from McDonald's? How could you talk about Ronald without it being about McDonald's?
I don't
I
look
just,
at Jesus as religion. That's one thing.
you
So
can separate Jesus from religion.
I don't look at that as religion. I told you it's about relationship. So that's where we differ. You look
I
at
don't
it as
understand what you're
religion.
told to me.
Look at it as a relationship because I have a relationship with him. I actually can talk to him. He talk back.
Who does? Who does? Who talks back to you?
The Holy Spirit.
Okay. And who is the Holy Spirit to
Actually,
who is Jesus? And what was the connection between Jesus and the Holy Spirit?
listen. I'm gonna tell you this.
Is it not Father and Son for most people?
No.
Pardon?
No.
Okay, no problem.
He was the comforter. The Holy Spirit is the comforter. He's gonna be able to lead you and guide you into all truth. That's what he said. He's gonna be able to comfort you when you're sad, when you're,
Really? Jesus. Well, when next time you're talking to him, can you tell him he's missed 58 years and 9 months so far with me? And feel free to pop in and catch up.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this straight up. If you ain't fast, if you ain't pray at the same time, what you told me that you don't do, you said you can't do it.
I did not tell you that. I told
You
you
said you
that
can't
I
do it.
do not participate in Ramadan because I'm a smoker and I cannot go 10, 12, 15 hours in a day without drinking. I cannot physically do that. So because I cannot,
Is it
my
drinking or
my
smoking?
Ramadan would be invalid. So I don't
Is
do it.
it drinking or is it smoking?
It's both. I cannot smoke, but I'm not going to because the fact that I can't go all daylight without drinking at least water disqualifies my Ramadan. It doesn't count because of that. The only there are a couple legitimate reasons to break your fast during Ramadan. There are a couple of acceptable things, and the Quran has made provisions
I'm not
where
asking
what
you to do it for Ramadan. I'm not asking you.
well,
Do it
why the hell else would I fast?
because you
That's
said
not part of my culture. It's not part of my culture.
don't put it part of your culture. Put it
Pardon?
part of I don't know. I don't
Like,
know.
why would I do that if it wasn't for
You
religiously
said you
motivated?
never had an experience. You said you want to have the experience. I'm giving you experience with the God I know.
Yeah. And you fast?
Yes, I fast.
Well, I didn't. I didn't know other religions. You do that for a religious reason or for a health reason?
I've done it for relationship reason. You fucking keep trying to push this damn religion shit on me.
Okay, your relationship with your wife or with God? Because if it's with
With
God,
God.
it's religious.
It's
Fuck, you can't
not.
separate God from religion, dude.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, well,
It's
we're
about
gonna.
having a relationship with God.
Okay, dear, no problem. I have no problem with you believing whatever you want. You know that. I
You
respect
keep
you. I
trying to
respect
tell me
your
what it
rights,
means.
but
It's
that is
religion.
asinine to
You
me.
can't
You
understand it.
cannot remove God from religion.
The
That's
carnal
just
mind
stupid.
cannot understand spiritual things, right? Why does it say that?
The what?
The carnal mind cannot
Oh,
understand.
because I'm carnal because I'm not
No,
feeling
I
God the
said
way
the
you
carnal.
do?
I'm not calling you carnal. I said the carnal mind can't understand spiritual things. You keep trying to say religion. I keep trying to tell you it's about relationship. You
A
keep
relationship with the highest power in religion. Give me a
no,
break.
not
I
in
need to leave
religion.
now, dear. This is too much for my brain, okay?
All
It's
right.
too late and I need to stop this because that I will never bend on and I don't want to get worked up.
Let me
I
know.
respect your opinions, but that will never be part of my thought. Ever, 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 ever.
You trying to
God
tell you
is
something?
religion. Religion is God.
You don't
Like
respect my opinion because I
I,
told you that
I
it's a
respect it
relationship.
for you. I'm not going to adopt it for me.
No, what I'm
I
saying,
don't have
I'm
to
telling
agree
you
with
that
it.
it's about relationship. You keep trying to tell me it's about religion.
Okay, well, okay, no problem. If that's disrespecting you, then yes, I'm straight up
I'm not.
disrespecting you. If
I'm not about disrespect. I'm just saying, like, I'm not taking this
you
that.
said
I'm telling
straight
you,
up, you're not respecting me. Those are your words. You just said.
you're not
So
respecting the fact that I'm telling you that it's not about religion. It's about relationship. That's what you got to understand. You
I
believe
understand the words you're saying.
you
I
can't
do
separate
not get my
religion from
brain around
God.
the fact that
It's
you can
not
bring
about
God out of religion.
religion separates you from God. Religion separates you from fucking God. It does because it says you got to do. I got to do. I got to do this. I got to do that. God says, look, come talk to me as your person. Come talk to me who as you are, not the bullshit person. Oh, I gotta go do all this. No, it's not
Well,
about
I would invite you, sir, to rewind whenever you have a chance to the very beginning of this religious conversation, because that was one of the big first points I made.
is what.
Oh, okay, done. Seriously? No, I'm not doing this, sir. Enough for me tonight, okay?
Okay.
My brain cannot assimilate what you're saying right now. It has no possible logic for my brain to accept what you're saying to me. So I should cut it off, get rested, and we can revisit at another time if you wish to.
All I'm saying is this: you keep trying to say this, but your
I'm
mind
not trying to say anything. I'm saying what I'm saying, and you're saying what you're saying, and we disagreed. That's all.
keeps
It's no
saying
big deal.
that about God. I can't separate God and
I
religion.
didn't say you can.
I'm telling you
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
Eh,
You just told me
Can
not.
you talk about a snowman with avoiding talking about winter? Is that possible? Can you separate a snowman from winter?
What you're trying to do is
Can you separate a snowman from winter?
it's not the same. It's not
It
in the
is
same
fucking the
context.
same because you can't have a
It's not the
snowman
same
without
context.
winter. You can't have religion without God. Religion is about God. Whether you agree with the interpretation or not, it is exactly about God.
You.
So you're playing semantics. You want me to say your relationship with God. Well, it's still religious. God is religion. Like,
No, it's not.
okay, I don't want to do this. I'm
Religion
not physically
separates you
strong
from
to do
God,
this right now.
and that's why you don't understand it. That's why you're frustrated.
I'm not frustrated. I disagree with you. And you will not change my mind on that.
Because
Because I think it's
you
totally
agree with yourself.
illogical, your point of view. From my brain, it's illogical. It does not compute. So maybe I'm tired. It's 2:20 a.m. Haven't slept in 2 nights. Maybe it's that, but I don't think so. Because I cannot in any logical way figure out how I could possibly think about or talk to or whatever with God
You want it to be logical.
without it having to do with my religious beliefs.
You want to force it to be logical.
I'm not forcing anything. I'm explaining to
Nothing
you my
about
thought process for me.
nothing about him is logical. Nothing.
Well, we definitely agree on that. Definitely agree on that. Millions of people on earth
I'm just on,
giving
so, so
20.
I'm on your side.
Yeah, no, I'm not going there. You're going to get me riled up. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. My brain is not able to understand it the way you are.
It doesn't have
It's
to.
just as simple as that.
It doesn't have to. Just grab my hand. Grab my hand.
What?
I said, grab my hand and walk with me on this. Like, come on.
What? Why? We don't have to agree there. How long have we been interacting daily, several times a day, for a couple months now? This has never been a subject, and we have never had a problem. We're still not going to have a problem. We just have a difference of opinion. We have a different way of living our lives. I'm not going to change my thoughts about you because how you do it. I told you before this podcast, I'm often shocked at how things equate to God for you. I think it's wonderful because it brings you positive things. I even said I was envious of that, but there is nothing on earth that will have me able to separate God and religion as being linked. I do not think you need to go to church. I think religion is made by man on certain people's interpretation of the book. And even the book, somebody chose the chapters that are in it. Like that even is fucked up by man. But saying to me, my brain cannot understand how God cannot automatically bring religion into things. They are one and the same. There would not be religion without God. There wouldn't be religions on earth if there wasn't a God, right?
I'm not answering no more questions about this.
Oh, that's funny because I've been trying to tell you that for 10 minutes, but you're still coming at me.
Because you said that you didn't want to talk about it anymore. You said it.
Yes, and you kept on.
Yeah, but then I realized you don't want to, so you said you really
Perfect.
disagree. So
Cool.
can we get back to the video? Or are you getting off?
What is he talking about? Oh no, he spawned this. He's the one talking about fucking Sophia. I don't know. I don't understand him. You can, yeah, by all means do it, dear. But I don't. First of all, I have trouble. He speaks very fast. He has an accent which I have to listen hard to be able to understand. But I don't know what Sophia is for him. I don't understand. So I'm not grasping what he's trying to teach me.
I never heard of this Sophia either.
I
I'm
know.
just looking for the entertainment. I'm just
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem.
Girl, she tried before Jesus. A lot of people don't know. That's why she got stuck. I'm gonna tell you how she got stuck.
She's stuck.
She got stuck
Where's
here.
she stuck right
Listen,
now?
I don't think about it. Everybody watching this, let me tell you how it happened, right? When you a soul, you gotta travel the earth, right? You can get stuck on your mission and you can forget your mission. This happened to Sophia, who is this. If it can happen to her, it can happen to anybody, right? Cause
You bring that thunder?
listen.
I'll bring a lot. Is that you?
No, that's probably Sophia. We talking about her.
God,
listen.
damn.
So let me break it down so everybody can follow this, right? So Sophia brought herself down as a human. When she came to a human, Prophet Muhammad, he enslaved her. She came from the Jews, bloodline of the Jews. He enslaved her. That was his first wife, and he got 4 more like her, and he enslaved the divine feminine after that, right? And the Muslim thing is good. The Muslim thing is good. What they was doing was they was capturing the divine feminine, right? They was capturing it, and they was putting it under you, right? And that's
which is probably like the most powerful thing in the world. Yes, the divine feminine.
The divine feminine.
The actual divine feminine.
The actual divine feminine, right? And a lot of women, they don't know they got this spark in them.
So women and men don't fucking know.
Exactly. So I want to let women know they got them in them, first of all, because I know that I'm a protector of the women, and I'm the I'm supposed to guide the lost souls to the light.
But the regular bitches
Fuck them. The BBL bitches, I don't fuck with them, right? Because they stupid. Listen,
Hold on, you could have a BBL and also know you're divine, be in your
let me tell you
divinity.
something. Listen, it depends on how you got the BBL. If you made the BBL from your mind, then yes. But if you bought the BBL, then no. Why you gonna buy some? I don't buy shit. I'm rich, and I still don't buy shit. Listen, let me tell you how you know you divine when you don't gotta buy shit. When you don't
So
pay for
Sophia
shit.
definitely didn't have no BBL.
Never did.
So
Listen,
let me ask you about manifesting real quick. So I heard a lot of people talk about manifesting. I've heard you talk about it. I heard one take on it that was like, why should we trust our egoic manifestation rather than trust the universe and how it unfolds?
let me tell you this, right?
Is that a spell? You about to?
No, we talking about manifestation. We talking about trust. No, this is. Oh yeah, that's good.
Oh, this is crazy.
Listen.
This is wild. He's a witch doctor for real.
But this is water.
No unsolicited magic.
This is water.
You signed
know,
a
water is
contract.
conscious, right? So we're gonna talk about this, right? And what was the question? Ask it again.
I wish the fuck I knew.
Yeah, I don't. You don't remember? But water is conscious. That's what I was talking about. And you asked me a question. I can't remember. What do you?
Manifestation. Do you think that we
that's
should
good.
manifest from our human egoic brain rather than trust the universe?
Right. Let me
Does that
tell
make
you,
sense?
Your brain is the universe. What you don't get. Listen, I don't think a lot of people understand. The universe is a reflection of what's on the inside, right? So whatever on the inside, people manifest it anyway. Listen, if I'm thinking that my life is bad, it's fucked up in my head, that's what's gonna show on the outside. I'm manifestation of my life. My life is being manifested. Your life is being manifested no matter why you wait, no matter way, no way you look at it.
Whether I'm trying to or not.
Yeah, it's
just
happen.
my internal thoughts.
That's how it goes. It's no way to stop it, right? Listen, I'm gonna tell you this, right? I wish I could stop it at some point. But like you can stop karma, but you can't stop what you think about and you bring it to this earth. When you bring it in here, a lot of people like, damn, I got this kid, it's bad. I done manifest this badass kid. I'm gonna go make another one. Cause I can't even deal with this one. That's what I do. I just make another one. I'm keeping it real, right? Cause I don't intervene. Life is about not intervening. Listen, I'm here, I love everything, I'm gonna try everything, but I don't give a fuck about shit.
But you got to manifest, right? So then what do you manifest? If
Everything you want, everything is manifested, no matter what. Every thought, listen, you got to think about it before coming to reality. Everything is manifested, gang. Name one thing on earth that's not manifested. But you ain't talking about people that can control it. That's different. That's a difference. Now, when you can control it, you manifest things good in your life, right? Because you know the universe and you know what the universe is going to do. The universe is all about frequencies, right? And you understand frequencies, you can understand how to control the universe, right? Jesus told the fucking rain to stop. How did he do that? Not because he's fucking was too divine, but because he was God, because he understood the universe. That's why.
So he was able to stop the rain because he knew it. So he's not manifesting that. The universe is manifesting it through him.
It's him. He understood that. Listen, I'm above spirituality. A lot of people want to say they spirituality, they religion. I'm above all that shit. All that shit for separation and control. All of it.
So you're above it.
Yeah, I'm above it.
Why even make that hierarchical distinction? Why not just say I'm not with it?
No, why wouldn't I be above it, gang? Because you got to understand, you got to go through it to get where I'm at.
Oh God. Very interesting night tonight. We are out. We out, guys.